How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Wanted to talk to you again about White Bear, which I talked about in the last Grand Rising message from the series Black Mirror. And it has a situation where you have a protagonist named Victoria who's forced to relive a horrific ordeal repeatedly as punishment for her crimes. Drawing parallels between the fate that Victoria faces and the concept of reincarnation and karmic debt, it adds a layer of interpretation to this. In the context of reincarnation, the idea is that individuals undergo multiple lives, each influenced by their past actions and the karmic consequences thereof. Just as Victoria finds in the episode White Bear herself trapped in this cycle of suffering, a soul reincarnating might find themselves facing challenges or hardships in their current life as a result of actions or debts from previous incarnations. Thus, the woman in White Bear could be likened to a soul reincarnating and realizing that their current life is shaped by the need to repay a karmic debt incurred from past wrongdoings can be somewhat alarming because with Victoria, she doesn't remember what crime she committed. And the same would go for a reincarnating soul, that they don't know what life they might have committed in a previous life cycle, but they're finding themselves facing circumstances that has to settle up or account for the consequences of their past actions. And so, Victoria's mind is being wiped constantly, and we, from lifetime to lifetime, may not remember our past lives. But there is one critical difference between the fate that Victoria faces in Black Mirror and what we face in the reincarnation cycle, is that we actually have a chance for redemption. That's not something that Victoria has in the White Bear episode. She's forced to relive her day over and over again, not remembering being tortured without any chance for redemption. Whereas here, you do have a chance to not only repay your karmic debt, but also to come to some sort of redemption, to find a way to become better and to find hope and to be able to transform within the reincarnation cycle. Let's talk about samsara. In Hinduism and Buddhism, samsara refers to the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth that individuals undergo as they continue their journey through existence. Within this cycle, the concept of karma is playing a significant role, with actions in one life influencing the circumstances of future lives. Drawing from this perspective, the idea of repaying a karmic debt and achieving enlightenment is deeply intertwined within this notion of samsara. The journey through samsara offers individuals the opportunity to address and repay karmic debts that were accrued from past actions, just as Victoria from White Bear faces the consequence of her past actions. Individuals may find themselves experiencing these challenges or hardships in this particular life that they reincarnate into that stems from unresolved karma, and in both instances, we don't remember, and neither does Victoria. Of course, there's past life regression techniques that can be done to regain those memories, and maybe you can seek someone out who's very good with that and may be able to help you learn what your past life was about. And then, of course, once you start to understand why you're here and what karmic debts you have to clear, then you have the opportunity to fulfill a life purpose, to attain redemption, to repay your karmic debts through virtuous actions, and then attain a higher level of enlightenment. This enlightenment brings about a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings, right? Kind of like Ubuntu, right? And the true nature of existence. Within this understanding comes a sense of liberation from a cycle of suffering and rebirth. In this process, hope and transformation are integral. Individuals who are actively working towards resolving their karmic debts and cultivating virtues such as compassion, kindness, selflessness, right, not selfishness, can experience profound spiritual growth. Through this growth, they not only clear that karmic slate, but they also develop a deeper sense of inner peace and fulfillment. Ultimately, the journey through samsara provides the opportunity for individuals to learn invaluable spiritual lessons, undergo profound transformation, and ultimately achieve that redemption. By embracing this journey with mindfulness, compassion, and a commitment to self improvement, one can transcend the cycle of suffering and attain a state of true enlightenment. I hope that this message has been helpful for you. I will continue to bring you this type of content. Please like, share, and subscribe. And once again, I will also put a link in the description to a website that actually will tell you how to calculate whether you have a karmic debt or not. Usually it involves a lot of numbers like 13 or 16 or 19 or something to that effect. So I hope that you'll find that helpful as well. All right. I love you. Keep supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.